Well, I've kind of contradicted myself. I've been looking for a used truck. Wanted something pretty plain, just as long as it was a good truck. Ended up buying one fully loaded, heated seats, heated steering wheel, leather. We'll talk about it when I get down the road here and get parked. Welcome back to the channel. Yep, another hay feed video and probably some trucking thrown in on this. But I will talk about something different. Met with two different groups of people over the weekend and gonna try some new things on the farm. I'll talk about it. And if you stick around, may have another surprise at the end of the video. So we'll catch you here after the intro. So our local co-op, they had a little meeting with me and Dad and 3 other farmers. Got a new agronomist from Greenpoint in this area, and he is wanting for farmers to start planting a few acres of early soybeans. And when I say early, planting them before corn. I think in some areas of the country that's already going on, but he's talking about planting it in April, early April, and then planting a high group 3, low group 4, and burning down in August, or killing them in August, right when the bean loses the membrane off the pod, and spraying it with gramoxone, then harvesting 5 or 7 days later. So we'll talk about the advantages and the disadvantages of that. So let's talk about the advantages and disadvantages of early beans. The biggest disadvantage, we're talking early April, mid-April. I'm no weatherman, but can't predict the weather. But you may be fine, and then again, you may have a couple of frost and kill it. But you can still go ahead and replant. Insurance and seed usually makes up for that. Advantage is they suggest half your bean crop, which we're not going to do that if we do it at all. Probably 50 acres starting out. But you get half your bean crop and get it out before corn. And if you're in August, you've got long hours to work. That beats having it on the tail end of harvest, like we was this year, up in December. We try to be done in November, mid-November, at least by Thanksgiving. But after that, it's kind of, you get crappy weather, and you don't get the opportunities to harvest beans. And some days I've seen an hour or two is all we'd be able to work in the field, get the beans out. So that takes care of part of it right there. just having part of your crop out early. And another big advantage is you might get a premium for having early beans. People move their beans out to make room for corn and soybeans for the upcoming season, and these elevators and mills need them. Another advantage is you get the optimum growing season. If you plant it right with a late group 3, early group 4, you're blooming on the longest days of the year. So that's another advantage. So I'm gonna wade through these calves, make sure I don't run over them. A couple of little new ones over there, and get another 2 rows, and I'm gonna talk about something else. Well, this herd is scattered out on top of the hill on the backfield. So let's talk about this other little meeting I had. I had 2 gentlemen, Nelson and Daryl, come from Wisconsin. They're chemical salesmen, foliar feeds, and they're wanting to get their product down in this area. So they met with me and another farmer Saturday at their shop. Brought us some Wisconsin cheese. It was really good. But I'm gonna probably do some test plots with them on some foliar feed, some seed treatment. But something I'm really interested in that they sell is APSA 80. APSA 80. This is a soil conditioner. It's a adjuvant, so I can replace crop oils with it, and I think it's going to be cheaper. But the benefit is this is a soil conditioner. I've got 2 fields that's really messy in the spring and sometimes in the fall with a lot of rain. The idea behind this is spraying, putting this stuff in with my regular spray. I got off in some mud on that, and over a 3-year period of time, it's supposed to loosen up the ground, and I'm very interested in that. I've mentioned buying rippers and stuff like that, but I may go this route. I know I'm going to try it on about 110 acres this year, and go from there. So this is the last roll out to the cattle today. Got a load of corn I've had loaded up for a while. I'm going to run it to Florence, Alabama. And the reason why I'm going to run it to Florence is because the place I was hauling at, the last load, they said that I was a little high on moisture, not to send any more back. 15.7 what check, 2% over what they're, or 0.2 over what they normally take. So I know Florence will take it. I've done talked to them, and they probably won't even dock me for it. If they do, it won't be much. So we'll bring you back in the truck. So we've crossed over in Alabama. I have rode down with another trucker a couple years ago to this place we're going, but we've had a lot delivered down here. And I went to go pick up a check from here last summer where I hauled wheat, sold them wheat, and there was no cameras allowed on the gate. So there's some other things I'm going to show you on here, and we're going to see what we weigh. We can deliver down here over 88, but I don't think we can get 88 on this truck. That's a big old corn pile right there. We're not in the gates yet. And right in front of us right there is the big Indian mound. And you can see the granary right there. We almost done it. I got somebody here cranking the hoppers open for me. I don't even have to get out here. We are at the Port of Florence. 1,090 bushel even. A little Thunderbird right there. Where we sell cattle at's right up here to the right. Tennessee Valley stock livestock, and today is sale day. Well, I've kind of contradicted myself. I've been looking for a used truck. Wanted something pretty plain, just as long as it was a good truck. Ended up buying one fully loaded, heated seats, heated steering wheel, leather. We'll talk about it when I get down the road here and get parked. So I've gone way out of my comfort zone and my price range, but I think I made it a good deal. It's a 2014 Ram Laramie 4-wheel drive, but it does have a V6. It's the cleanest truck I could find, and 133,000. All right, what's changing on it? This is gone. It don't fit right. Taking it off. Running boards are more than likely leaving. I've got an appointment next week to do a 2.5 inch leveling kit, which will bring the truck on up in the front, and I believe the running board's gone. Look more like a 4-wheel drive. We have leather. And carpet. Heated steering wheel. I didn't know that was such a thing. Roomy back seat. So yeah, I contradicted myself, said I'd never own a truck like this. But you know what? I like it. And as far as the V6 goes, it's got plenty of power. I'm not going to be towing anything with it. Just look how clean everything is. This truck wasn't ever used on the farm, and it's not going to be used on the farm. I'm going to keep my old flatbed 3/4 ton for farm work. But I'm tickled to death to find this. Well, within 3 minutes I had the bed cover off, so I thought about selling it, but I may keep it if we go on vacation or something. Plastic bed liner more than likely is going to come out, or at least a rubber floor mat. Probably take the bed cover, bed liner out, and have it rhino lined. That's what I'd like to do. So yeah, new truck. So I just made it official. Well, I should have put it over there just right in the middle.